Greetings, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we look at another indie game. This time we're checking out Shattered Heaven, developed by Leonardo Productions and published by Whisper Games, who created the excellent city builder Endzone A World Apart. Shattered Heaven is a mix of deck builder and visual novel. Both of these genres I've started to get into, so when the developer reached out for me to have a look at the game, I eagerly accepted. Now, despite being a really solid game, it does have a couple of small issues, mainly around the amount of dialogue and the narrative being a bit slow, but apart from that, there's actually a pretty decent game buried here. We're going to have a look at the first part of the campaign, and as always, I'm going to let you know what my thoughts are. Let's check out Shattered Heaven.
Our God is no more, and we, the lowly mortals, are the ones who killed him. Now, the cursed remnants of humanity exist under the perpetual reign of his mournful ashes, condemned to a never-ending circle of hate and resentment. As punishment for our ancestral sin, our breaths are cut short as soon as we hit 40 of age. We are barren shells, unable to sleep, the desire to bring forth new life. Our last hope for a better tomorrow lies in a divine forgiveness that only bloodshed can grant us. 4 Vestals shall hail from the 4 lands. Sentia, where memories of old still sing. Delhem, ever untamed and never bound. Flamen, hearth of steel and spires. And our home, born from thunder and storms, Ashram. In the end, only one pair of soiled hands will hold the salvation we desperately seek. Once every 10 years, our somber march to the Equinox Cathedral ushers war in. Kneeling in front of the flame of Vesta, we swear to repent. O ancient sin, stain us in red, so that we may never forget the firmament's grief. O ancient sin, grant us this holy pardon, so that we may one day mend our shattered heaven.
Journey's end, at last.
You wish. This is only the beginning.
So that's the Equinox Cathedral? It's so shiny.
This is the most sacred place on Earth, and the only thing you can say is, it's so shiny?
Good to see you two in such good spirits. We still have a way to go after all.
Ugh.
Step by step, the tower drew closer. Immaculately white against the barren plain, its masonry formed a tight reticle that enveloped the sacred building. And then, the grand portal, flanked by his 2 armored guardians. A stern-looking old man stepped forward.
Welcome, children of Ashram, to the Equinox Cathedral. I am Chiron, Herald of the Divine Child. Thank you for receiving us, most revered. Such a wrinkly old face. Is being the Herald really something that's special, sir?
Damn you!
Do you have any idea of how disrespectful you're being? That is alright. Curiosity is indeed a rare virtue these days. But yours, young lady, is a question that will find its answer another time. Over there you will find your chambers, as well as the merchants sent here to provide for your needs. We will meet again later in the presence of the Divine Child. Through your sacrifice may your people atone. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. A sitting sack, what a treat.
Whatever.
It's just a pillow. It's so soft. Something is spilling out. You're covering the whole room in ash. They fill their pillows with ash? Seriously, what's up with you? Have been living under a rock this whole time. It was a shack near a mountain, so in a certain way it was under a rock, I think. Sacks or pillows, enjoy them while you can. We won't have much rest once a war begins. The small talk was cut short by the sound of a gate portal opening once again.
Out of that gate came a young woman, black hair that gracefully danced in the air with every step of hers, and a sharp, bewitching gaze. Following close behind, two severe-looking warriors strode forward with pride. The Vestal of Sentia and her guardians had arrived.
Is this my welcoming party? Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better one. I'm glad to see you here in one piece, Enra.
It's been a while, Lyra.
Such a cold reception. You're breaking my heart, darling. After all these years, I expected you to be a tad happier to see me.
What do you want me to do? Should I, jump into your arms? Screaming, "Greetings, O great Vestal of Sentia"?
Oh, I would be delighted.
You're still keeping my old sash around your arm.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm flattered. I beg your pardon, my liege. We need to make haste to our quarters before the ceremony begins. We don't have time to lose.
Oh, really?
Time spent with old friends is never a waste of time, Lonan, but I suppose you're right. See you later, Anra. Friends? The Sentians have been our allies for a very long time. This is the last chance at salvation for them as it is for us.
I see.
Oh, I see. Anyway, who's Anra? Me. It's just a childhood nickname. We trained together for a while in the name of our tribe's alliance. So you two really good friends. I think this would be a really great moment to shut up.
Right.
This must be the call of the Divine Child. It would be better to reach the hall as soon as possible. Let's go. Did I say something weird? So now we have to head to the hall and listen to the will of the Divine Child, the representative of our God on the earth.
Remarkable.
Behold, our Lord Heliad, as he sits upon his divine throne. Now heed his words as he makes his will known. Shut up, old man. They're here to hear me talk. And now, yes, you shall hear my words. Centuries ago, a Vestal from Sentia defied my divine will. She corrupted the 8 Guardians and made them kill their own wards and then took over the pit of Naraka. What was once a hallowed place of rest for the dead is now a kingdom of treachery. Death in Naraka is better than life on this earth, the most absurd slander. We have proclaimed countless holy marches into her wretched dominion, executing her minions one by one. And now it's time for her to face my final judgment. This will be your first duty in the War of Ascension. I want you to save your miserable people from their... do you want to save your miserable people from their impending extinction? Go into Naraka, slay the betrayer, and erase this ugly stain from our history once and for all. According to tradition, 4 will depart and 3 will return. May it be in battle or in sacred duel, one of you will die. Do not disappoint me, this is your God's will. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Through our I'll get it one of these days. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. I suspected not all 4 Vestals would attend yet, but out of all of them, how fortuitous it is for her to be here already.
What?
Is that a problem? We just have a trust the Ever-Chosen won't lose sight of our goal even if. So he's worried about these 2 best friends not being able to face each other on the battlefield, because we only have one faction that's going to walk away from this.
What?
What are you 2 whispering behind my back? Let's get a move on. We have a war to wage. So here we have the first mission, which is going to be to hunt down and to destroy Eris the Betrayer, a Vestal, one of the factions in the game who has gone rogue basically, and our goal is to hunt them down and eliminate them.
The landscape passing beneath them was alight with small refractions, each a gem embedded in stone. This was Sintamania, home of the pious tribe of Sentia, and a jewel at the gates of hell.
Look at all these sparkling stones. Oh, I would love to live here.
It's indeed a pleasure for the eyes.
Are you all right?
Keep quiet. We're entering the pit.
Every child knew that the hallowed chasm was to be revered as much as it was to be feared. A cursed place where dead souls gather, a grim sepulchre full of malicious energy, the reign of the treacherous queen. As they delved into darkness, their hearts tightened uneasily. But then there was a light and a gentle breeze. Under the descending pulley, a splendid plateau extended, as far as their gaze could reach.
What's this colorful rain? It's not ashes.
Flower petals. They are pretty, but completely useless.
Can I eat them?
No! We're in hostile territory. Everything you see here can hide a trap.
Indeed. As peaceful as this place might look, I feel like we are being watched.
I do not understand. The Herald said this is a place of death and anger. Yes, this doesn't feel like hell at all. I mean, apart from the piles of skulls on top of spikes, I mean, it looks like a real holiday spot. To me, this place looks like paradise. You have a very strange idea of what paradise looks at. Giant fields full of skulls is not paradise. Maybe if you're the Doomslayer. I refuse to call this place paradise. It's a sin born out of horrible treachery, and we're here to put an end to it. So we've got a boon for our first dungeon, which allows us to draw an extra card at the start of each turn. That's going to make combat a little bit more forgiving for us, and this is where we get into the second half of the game, the dungeon exploration. And it's a bit of a balancing act between exploring the dungeon and getting everything you can, and also making sure that your party makes it out alive. So for our first battle,
Strike true, my blades!
we're up against a couple of enemies here. We can see that we'll get a clue on what types of enemies they are and their different attacks by having a look at their character sheet. You can see here she has the ability to use a area of effect attack and is thus the more dangerous foe. So I'm going to use some attacks with Andorra. And it seems like I don't have any more attacks, so let's switch to defense and burn. When we use one of our more powerful abilities, we have to burn one of our cards. I don't need to heal right now, and we're out of turns. You can see we get 4 action points per turn. Again, we can get different modifiers.
Do I look merciful to you?
We get different modifiers that will change our abilities to be able to use additional attacks, and also to buff and debuff as well. So we can see this enemy has actually lowered our attack damage. We're doing less damage. And I'm going to go for a defense ability.
This smells so sweet.
Now you can see most of our characters have a speciality. Our last character, the girl, even though she's hated by the rest of the party, is actually a very powerful mage who can summon an army of monsters called Lamodes, and you can see here, by using this we can actually inflict bleeding damage and a number of other debuffs.
Let's dance then.
Again, I'm going on the attack. I'm going to try and take her out in one turn. I don't think I'll be able to. Oh wow, she's nearly dead.
I can't. But you want to.
So again, we're going to be using our mage, and this is going to be a nice easy one. We will attack the enemy on the rear line, and then we're going to go for another one.
Just a taste.
And we've actually hit her with a critical attack, and we've also inflicted bleeding. Very, very powerful.
My sin is my strength.
Unfortunately, the mage is a bit of a glass cannon. She can't take a lot of damage, so we do need to babysit her. But in terms of damage output, she is definitely one of the big hitters in the team. And it's often best to balance your offense and defense. I like to go for an attack and then use at least one defensive ability per character per turn. Obviously that changes if we're up against an overwhelming enemy that's going to do tons of damage. Sometimes it's better to try and wait them out to bait their attacks. If you're up against an enemy, in this case our best move is to just try and get this battle over with as quick as we can.
You're already dead.
So we're going to go for inhuman reactions and then a regular attack.
We have to save them. And we will.
Now you can see as well the different characters have different abilities. Our shield bearer here can jump in and take damage that other characters would normally take. He's very good at soaking up damage. He's a defensive character. Whereas our front line she's all about just massive amounts of damage. She does have some basic healing abilities, but you're better off using her to cut down enemies quickly. And we're going to... Can I summon a... Yep. Summon another Lamode. As you can see, the Lamode is... We've got a lot of debuffs here. Damage taken, increase. They're cursed, they're bleeding, and they're... oh, that's actually a positive debuff, but there's 4 negative debuffs on there. I think we'll end our turn. And I'm just going to go for the kill. Very, very nice. So, our first battle was successful. We did take a bit of damage, but it was very minor. And here we've got a trap disarming kit and some bones. Now, with every successful battle, we get the Spoils of War, which is basically a set of cards that we can add to our deck. 9 damage, bleeding 2. That actually looks really good. I am going to go... Hatred. The next card played will trigger its effect twice. Now that actually sounds really good. This would be a great one to use for our main character because of the debuff of health. And this is a really nice one because I think our default setup's pretty good. So we'll have Andorra use this ability. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Boom. So the exit's up here, but we're going to head to the left. Sorry, I can't tell right from left. Right. Forbidden fruit. Drops of blood on ivory skin, laying on a morbid blanket of grass. Behold, it is a heart gouged out from the mother, like a scarlet tear descended from the branch of heaven. Wondrous boon, let us see the truth. Protect from blasphemy. I mean, we've got a 50-50 chance. That seems like the best option. This means we're going to take a lot of damage, and I'm thinking protect from blasphemy. The cautious and the well-equipped have one thing in common: quick thinking and a steady hand. This impending danger avoided, you exhale a breath of release. So, okay, we got nothing, but we also didn't trigger an event. It seems like we've got Magni, our shield bearer, has triggered a trap, and thankfully we actually have a disarming kit, so we're going to try and use that. Beautiful, and that was successful.
Not on my watch.
Now, our characters took a little bit of damage, but it's only minor, so let's make sure that we stay on the defense. And I'm going to use defense and end the turn. And as you can see, our defensive skill triggered, and Magni took the attack instead of our main. He's got a very high armor, so we best use him to soak up most of the damage. Let's go with human reactions. And Vorpal Strike. Very nice. So we've halved the health of one of the enemies.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
And you can see here, one of the abilities we triggered, I did it deliberately. allows you to do a counter attack. So whenever you get attacked, our character will trigger their own attack to do a bit of damage. You can see it was quite effective. We're going to summon some more Lamodes. Oh, and we weren't successful there, so let's use another one of those. And now we have our own Lamode. It's now 4 against 1.
We have to save them.
And we will.
Now, this is a diamond card. Innocent monster scorned by the world stand tall. So with every single card in the game too, you can right click on it and you get a description of the card. Now the cards have different types. You've got ruby cards, you've got the cards have different gems, and those gems correspond to different events and different attack types. And again, this game has a lot of complexity. I still haven't figured all of it out for myself, and I'm probably not playing in the most efficient way. The game is pretty forgiving in the early game, but you want to try and read all of the cards and get a bit of an idea of when to attack, when to defend, which cards complement each other well, and that way you'll maximize your offense and defense. So in this case, we are going to... well, this is going to heal. Yeah, let's definitely do that. I had to gouge 2 cards, but that's okay. There we go.
Forward!
Yeah, our main character is getting a bit hurt, so I'm going to... actually, I think if we just press the attack, we can finish this. And finish this fast. Oh, and I can heal myself. Very nice.
For the Vestal, for Ashram.
And here we can use our new card, which is an offensive attack. And I'm going to activate a defensive skill, which will give us an edge in case we get hit. And we... oh, there we go, see?
To leave a dent.
And one more hit ought to do the trick.
Here.
Beautiful. Our second battle has been completed, and we have taken a, it's taken its toll. We are getting a little bit banged up. Charming Denial. Gain 3 armor. Tenacity 1. Now this is probably useless for our mage character. Oh, but it's all allies. Now that is handy. Can I re-roll? No, it actually costs you re-roll. So let's... Whims of Fate. Create a random neutral card costing 0 AP during this term. Wow, that's really handy. I think I'm going to give that to my main character, and I'm going to give this to my mage. Actually, no, I'll give it to my shield bearer, because he's kind of the defense guy. And we're going to... oh, actually, we've already got... that would just give another of the same attack. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You can stack cards up. There we go. Ooh, this key opens the gate to the end of the floor. Beautiful, so we can get a way out now. I'm going to go this way. Ooh, another trap. Luckily we have another trap kit. And we were successful in avoiding that trap. In the meadows so splendid she flies. Delicate daughter of the air, I never thought such a wondrous creature could even exist. Do not avert your awestruck eyes too soon. Bask in her dignity for a while longer. Gaze upon her marvelous bewilderment. resting her weary body on the trunk of a tree, or a luscious elm. So, I mean, why would we attack this harmless creature? So, such an imagery of death is nothing more than a cruel trick of fate. Now you are more aware of your surroundings, you march forward. Danger awaits you, but you're ready to face it with all your might. So obviously, attacking things for no reason is often not a good idea in this game. To gain is to burn is to gain. Mesmerized, the wanderer rummages through his pockets, frantically seeking a worthy offering for the dancing flames. Can I smelt a card? Actually, let's go with Andorra. She's got a lot of useless cards. I don't know what that did, though. It gave us nothing. So again, it's all... Lonely is the lady of the tree. Listen to her song. O dear freedom, how I ache for you. Lonely is the prisoner of the oak. Just hearken unto her pleas. O dear absolution, how I yearn for you. These roots are her poisoned shackles, and her heart is long covered in thorns. O dear saviour, how I dream of you. So I can clap. I'll try ignore her. Something weird might happen. My curiosity, I mean, we may take some damage, we may get some goods, or something completely random could happen. I'm going to go with random. I may regret this. Oh, nice. Her song grows louder and louder. Her verse is more like to the rambling of a mad woman than to sweet poetry. Your head feels heavy and a thick mist covers your surroundings. As you come to, you realise the way is now unfamiliar again. So we got she healed our party. A cask of splendid solace in the midst of peril is always a welcome sight for sore eyes and empty pockets. Alas, only the holder of a greater blessing may revel in such divine favour. So basically that means we found a chest and we need to get a key. A firelight at the crossroads catches your attention. A holy sight stands in your way. We'll rest here at the pyre. And here we're able to heal one of our characters. And I'm going to go with healing, and I'm going to go with Andorra. She's taken the most damage. Very nice. So now we're healed. We've barely made a step and this place already gives me the creeps. What's up with all these colours? My eyes hurt. Everything here feels eerie. The creatures too are behaving strangely, almost like soldiers protecting their bastion. I wonder why.
Whatever.
Damn me if I have any idea. I just want to know when to end this ugly ordeal as soon as possible. I don't know about you, but I feel bad. I mean, in this case, aren't we the invaders, I think? Aren't you working particularly hard to piss me off today? Yes, no. What good are you even for besides sprouting such scaredy nonsense? Come now, we're companions, no need for friendly fire. It's not that I'm scared, actually I'm glad to be here with you. You two are strong, so there's no reason to worry. It's just that, well, I'm not really good at, conversation.
Right.
Well, you seem to be better than the main character, who has nothing but grumbling and complaining for the entire opening act of the game. This is your first time you've left your village. Back home, she's the most interesting character out of all of them, the mage. I actually like her the most out of all of them, even though everyone kind of dislikes her. But now it feels good. I mean, camping next to a warm fire, chatting with friends. It would be better to practice your conversation skills while you can. After all, when we win, Guardians will have to take the oath of silence. You're right, I think. Ishana for best waifu of the game. So, oh, we found a key. Nice. So now I can go back and open this chest. And boom. Whoa. So we can increase your maximum health by 10%. A set of lockpicks. A will orb. It can be used to boost the will of the party. Common reagent. So potion crafting. These are all. I mean, this is increasing your maximum health. Is that permanent? And that's the clear winner here. Hell yeah. Oh, I get it all. Yeah, let's take it all. Well, bam. That was worth it.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
Now, one of the things I like in the game is the enemy design. I mean, the artwork in this game is top notch, and the enemy design is great. I mean, look at these enemies. It's something out of a H.P. Lovecraft novel. So it's time for our waifu, best wife, to go on the offensive with the attack that will give us. Oh, here we go. We can get a hateful strike. And we can end turn. And we'll start again with a attack. I don't seem to be able to. Oh, there we go.
Come here.
Well, bam, critical hit. So let's see if we can give her another one of those. I probably should have gone for defense, but
What? Scared to face an Ashram warrior?
oh, that actually hurt. See, what I should have done was use a defensive skill. I got a little bit greedy. So I'm going to go with... I'm going to have to burn a card. And I don't want to burn a card because these are...
I will not yield!
Oh, there we go. Very nice. So we've inflicted bleeding on her. And then another attack. Now you can see we're really starting to stack this damage.
Salvation by my hands.
This is not good. This is not good. We need to end this fight, and we need to end it now. So we've crushed through this enemy's armor, and now we can start doing some direct damage. And we're going to go for a impale. Oh, we got a bonus hit. Very nice. So again, our mage, the glass cannon, ripping out attacks one after the other, but is very weak, very fragile.
Rage fuels me.
And I'm not going to make the same mistake this time. I'm going to use a defensive skill to keep my team safe. Oh, I didn't even need it. Here we go. Very nice. So we've got some more cards. These actually look pretty good. Outmaneuver, remove one random debuff and deal 17 damage. That's actually really good. And I'm going to go with... I'm going to give this to... Yeah, I think I'll give this to Ishana. And we'll give this to our shield bearer, Magnai, and Andorra can help. I mean, this is a very strong attack card. Look at that. 17 damage. And it removes a buff. A debuff. Yes. Very nice. We might as well go... We don't need to, but we might as well check the last part of this. Be vigilant. Now, a foreign sort of malicious energy has filled the air, and everything seems eager to feed on it. What exactly is this wicked trick? Your steps are delayed by devilish ivy clinging to your feet and legs as if nature wants you to become one with her. A quick scan of the luscious surroundings reveal that this rampant grass is not the only thing that seems too animated now. So we can either sacrifice a card or have a look at for the source. I mean, this seems like a no-brainer. I don't want to sacrifice any more cards. Looking at the cause of the disturbance, you frantically try to free yourself from the ivy. The rising grass has grown tall now and impedes your view. You decide to cut a way out of this mess by force, unconcerned by those thorns grazing your skin. And it appears we have unlocked a additional part to the map. A wandering peddler. Of course, there's just some random merchant in a dungeon. We can buy some stuff, but I'm not going to because we don't have a lot of money. So yeah, we don't have the cash to be wasting right now, and I think it's time for us to head on out. The barrier's gone. You can open the gate. Time to leave. I feel like we've been walking in circles for ages. I need a break. Is it wise to stop in the middle of nowhere? There is no somewhere here. I hear footsteps. Tired already? You used to be much more athletic, Anra.
What?
I get the feeling these two might have been more than friends at some point. What are you doing here? Did you forget this burden was bestowed upon both of our clans? We might be allies, but we won't last forever.
That's enough.
Lonan, I suggest you calm your lively spirit. Right now. Forgive me, my Vestal. Vestal, I'm sorry too. I apologize for my partner's misconduct. We shall calm our lively spirits right now. Eris is still alive. There's no need to jump at each other's throat. For now.
What?
How do you know that Eris is still alive? I can sense her. After all, she was a Vestal of Sentia like me. Haven't we wasted enough time loitering here? We need to reach the betrayer as soon as possible, so we can wash this shameful stain away from Sentia's pride. A moment spent with our allies won't change what fate has in store for us. Your determination is admirable. However, do not let your righteous bravery become deadly arrogance. We're facing a powerful foe that requires the utmost caution. You are right, fellow Guardian. Come what may, we are ready to sacrifice our lives for her. We shall protect our most holy Vestal, radiant jewel of Sentia until the very end. What's up with them? Well, quite the Guardians, aren't they? Quite the troublesome bunch. So how are you feeling, Anra? So here we can try and be a friend to her, or I'm going to try and be a bit nicer because my main character is just really unlikable, and I'm hoping that by being a bit more open and friendly, her personality will become a little more warm. Tired. I didn't expect to feel this fatigued, even if they warned me of what happens once you commune with the altar.
That's how it is.
It's quite the vexing experience. Yes, I had to stop and take a nap near one of the pyres. Why am I not surprised? Once a slacker, always a slacker.
Oh, really?
That's mean, you know. Sure, you always were the eager one, raring to go. Yet you never once denied me the pleasures of a... Yeah, they were definitely more than friends.
Sure.
When you say it like that, it sounds embarrassing. You're a big girl, you get over it. Anyway, have you seen the other Vestals yet? No, and maybe that's for the better. Definitely. Even if you wanted to kick off the Vestal carnage first, you'd have to wait until the task is complete. The sacred jewel, remember? If you were to ambush another Vestal before that, you wouldn't be able to perform the Ascension once the war is done. I know. We won't get anywhere this way. Let's call it a day and go back to the cathedral. But we don't know where the pulley is. The altar. We are the sworn guardians of the Vestals, so we're under the protection of the fire too. The fire can call us back on its own certain occasions, but we can use them to return to the cathedral whenever we want. Let's take this chance to rest and report to the Divine Child. We still have something to do here, but we'll meet again later. Now hurry. So got 3 out of 4 achievements in the dungeon, that's not too bad. Our job is to return to the cathedral and hopefully find out more about the location of our target. Get some rest, recover our health, and go on the hunt once more. Why didn't they come back with us? Welcome back, warriors. Most revered, we located the betrayer's hideout, but were unable to reach it. No matter how long we walked, we were unable to get any closer. It seems the betrayer still wields some remnant of power. There is no way to reach her? There was always a way, child. When the sin was consummated, Eris is not alone. She corrupted the 8 guardians, using their misguided strength as a foundation for her false kingdom. For centuries we tried to cull these harbingers of hers in order to weaken her grasp over the holy grounds. And now out of all of them only one remains. His name is Sigurd, once a warden from Flammen and one of the most powerful guardians ever known. His demise might be the last push we need to knock over the Castle of Lies. My children, gather your strength and slay this apostate phantom. Through your sacrifice may your people atone. Through our fratricide may life be reborn. This Sigurd, even the herald seems to respect his strength.
Right.
Don't worry, as long as my shield still stands, he won't lay a finger on you two. A useless Vestal and a simple-minded girl. No wonder you gladly hide behind him.
A fierce woman appeared in front of them at the end of the staircase, accompanied by her 2 guardians. Their dark skin was adorned with precious weavings of red ink, and brash grins sat smugly on their lips.
Like the puny cowards you are.
Who the hell are you?
Amara, the only vessel that can hold her own against the Flamen girl. And the one who will put an end to your miserable croaking.
You're looking to fight a start while on start a fight while on sacred grounds. Pathetic.
So,
Does it bother you that much, little one? You fear you might be too blasphemous for these hallowed halls. The Divine Child can't wait to see blood flow, you know. I mean, what are these women taking? Look at the muscles on them. She looks like she's been bench pressing for like the last 10 years. I bet he'd be too disgustedly excited to care about decorum. They're definitely hitting the gym every day. They're all about that protein shake. Gotta hand it to you, at least you brought one guardian worthy of his title. A shame it had to be a half-blood. Is that why you keep that bucket on?
Damn you!
Are you gonna let her spew crap at you like that? Don't fall for their taunts, ever chosen. You should take an example from the big guy, you know. It's so easy to rile you up. A weak mind is a sign of an unfit commander. Piss off. One of the few times her unlikable nature works in her favour. We're going to make this easy. First they're going to kill Eris and then we'll come for you. Not if I slit your throat first. It seems like we've found our next target. Maybe it's better if we just leave. Don't bother, I'm done talking. they're back to the gym. They've got to keep up those gains. Our strength will speak for us the next time we meet. See, one of the characters is like regular, and then the other two, they look like they're just like roided out. Who were those people? The Delham tribe. I mean, obviously they're like barbarians. All jokes aside, they're a barbarian tribe by the look of it. We are enemies to such pleasantries. Are nothing special to us. We're enemies, so such pleasantries are nothing special to us. We'll repay them back soon enough on the battlefield. For now, there's something else weighing on my mind. Why did she decide to stay behind in Naraka? So we managed to get our first set of cards, and I'm going to leave it here because we've been at this for, well, over an hour, which is pretty impressive for a visual novel. Now, as I said, there are a couple of little things in the game, not bugs, but the narration is very, very thick, and a lot of people probably aren't going to sit through an hour before you actually get to the real meat of the game. But if you stick with it, it does actually get a lot better. In fact, if you want to see more of the game, leave me a comment, and I would love to continue playing. I think that the developer could really use a trimming down of the narrative. There's a lot of dialogue in this game, and some of it really isn't needed. So it's a minor complaint with an otherwise pretty decent novel, and it does mix visual novel and deck builder pretty well. Moreover, what you saw was just me kind of fumbling my way to the early part of the game. There's a lot of strategy to the cards. There's different card types, there's different buffs and debuffs. I've really only learnt the basics, and as you progress through the game and your decks expand, you really start to get into the strategy of the combat. So if you are interested in visual novels, and if you like deck builders, if you're looking for something that ties both together, you could do a lot worse in this game. If you're willing to sit through some of the lengthy dialogue at the beginning of the game, it is worth doing it, and hopefully this will give you a bit of an incentive to go and check this game out. So as always, let me know what you think in the comments, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe. Thank you to the developer, and I hope you join me next time when we check out another indie game. Till then, Skill Incarnate, out.